Okay, so let us see how Laplace transform is going to help us solve a constant coefficient second order differential equation. So suppose we have such a second order differential equation, and with these constant coefficients a, b, c, and an inhomogeneous term here, let us say it is a function of time. Then how is Laplace transform going to help us? We are going to take the Laplace transform of both the sides, and we know we are going to get the Laplace transform of the second derivative of x plus b, the Laplace transform of the first derivative of x, plus c, the Laplace transform of x, and the Laplace transform of g of t. We have just found that this would be a and s square x of s minus the value of the function x of t at 0 with an s minus the value of the first derivative of x at 0 plus b s x of s minus x of 0 plus c x of s is equal to g of s. Now you can see this is an algebraic equation in x of s. So if you allow me, instead of writing this x of s again and again, where we are telling that this x is a function of s, but then we have s in the equation as well. So this s can be confused with this s. So in order to avoid this becoming s cube, let us just skip writing this s. Let us instead write x bar for x of s, just like the phasor case. So we get the x bar, all the terms with x of s, with that we get a s square plus b s plus c, and we can take all the other terms to the other side. So we get g of s here plus a s x 0, let us call x of 0 to be x naught, and x naught of 0, the initial value of the first derivative of x, to be u naught. Then this goes to that side, and this also goes to that side, plus a u naught minus or plus b x naught. So x of s is g of s plus as plus b x naught plus a u naught divided by as square plus bs plus c. So we have reached till this point. So we are able to convert a time domain function, time domain equation to an algebraic equation, And now we are trying to solve that equation remaining in the S domain or S space. Now the issue is how to write this expression in such a way that this x of t can be found from here. And doing this is going to require some old knowledge. Let us take an example and let us try to see what that old knowledge would be. Let us solve a problem and take it to the end. So suppose we have a differential equation x dot dot, remember this is the second derivative of x, plus x, so we don't have the first derivative term, and the inhomogeneous term is sine 2t. Now the students of differential equation course must try to first solve this using the technique they already know, and then use Laplace transform to solve it, that I'm going to solve now. But they should actually pause the video and try to solve this first and come up with the exact answer, exact expression. Okay, let me tell you the answer by the way. So that you can, if you are really trying to solve for it, you should be able to verify and understand the answer. So we are going to get a homogeneous solution. This is the homogeneous solution xh, and this would be the particular solution, and we know the overall solution is actually sum of the homogeneous solution and the particular solution. So you should the differential equation students must stop here and use their knowledge of solving second order ordinary differential equation with constant coefficients with an inhomogeneous term, and solve this and find this. Now let us move to solving it using the Laplace transform. So what do? We apply the Laplace transform here, and for that you should know what is the Laplace transform pair of sine of 2t, and you can see that sine of bt, be the constant, has a Laplace transform of b over s square plus b square. So it means that sine of 2t would have a Laplace transform of 2 over s square plus 4. And if we apply Laplace transform here, we are going to get s square x of s. I can even skip this bar in order to be in order to write and solve speedily. But let me just try to stick to it as long as I can. S x naught. So we need initial conditions, obviously. Okay, sorry. Without initial condition, you cannot solve for this. I should have given this at the start. Let us say x of 0 is 2 and x dot of 0 is 1. Minus x dot of 0 plus x bar is equal to 2 over s square plus 4, and there is no t here now. So equation once again is s square x minus s into 2 minus 1 plus x bar is equal to 2 over s square plus 4. So we can take these common factor and we get this term, and take the other terms to the other side. We get 2s plus 1 plus 2 over s square plus 4, and therefore x bar is going to be equal to 2s plus 1 over s square plus 1 plus 2 over s square plus 1 into s square plus 4. Let me also give you another Laplace transform pair here, that if we have cos bt, then the Laplace transform is going to be s over s square plus 4. The denominator is, s square plus b square. S square plus b square, both denominators are same. Here we have this, the square root of this term, and here we have s, square root of this term. So we can use this now. So the idea that we were stuck with here is to write x in such a way that we can use the table and the table entries that are relevant to us to see what the various terms would have as the equivalent expression in time domain. So for example, we can see that this term can be written as 2s over s square plus 1 plus 1 over s square plus 1. So we can write x bar as 2s over s square plus 1, and we can now very easily relate this with this and see that the inverse transform of this is going to be some cosine function, and plus 1 over s square plus 1. You can see we have a constant here, so this is going to be some sine term, plus what about this term? You should have an answer for this, students of ENA course. How this term can be written such that we can make use of these transform pairs. We want to write them as something over s square plus 1 plus something over s square plus 4. How to do this? And I hope you remember now, there is something from your old knowledge known as partial fractions or partial fraction based expansion. So let us take this term separately. So how can 2 over s square plus 1 into s square plus 4 be written as? The standard way of doing this is we need a s plus b over s square plus 1 plus cs plus d over s square plus 4. This is the standard way of writing this, because this is a second order term, so we are going to have a first order polynomial in the numerator. Had this been s plus 1 only, we are going to put a constant above here. Although we can use a trick here, but writing this is actually teaching you what is the proper way of doing it. The trick that I can use is that I can replace this s square with something, say x. So we are concerned with finding 2 over x plus 1 and x plus 4, the partial expansion for this. And here we can replace with a constant here, x plus 1 plus b over x plus 4. I am pretty sure you already know how to solve this, and use your own method to solve this, because looking at my method may confuse you, although my method is much simpler than whatever you have in your mind, and I hope you follow this as well. So if I can in order to find a, for a, what I'm going to do is multiply throughout by x plus 1. This is going to give me an a here, and will cancel x plus 1 here in this term. We will be left with 2 over x plus 4, and we are going to get x plus 1 in the numerator here. Then now if I put x plus 1 equal to 0 or x is equal to minus 1 in the resulting equation, we are going to get x over minus 1 plus 4 is equal to a. And this term will cancel out because x plus 1 is there in the numerator. Putting x is equal to minus 1 is going to zero this out. So a is equal to 2 by 3. And similarly, if we multiply with x plus 4 throughout, this will cancel out and we are going to get b. So for b, we put x is equal to minus 4. We are going to get 2 over minus 4 plus 1 is equal to b, which is minus 2 by 3. So because x was s square, we are going to get this equal to 2 by 3 over s square plus 1 plus minus 2 by 3 over s square plus 4. You can solve it in the method you know, and you are going to get to the same result. So ultimately, we got this x bar equal to 2 times s over s square plus 1 plus 1 over s square plus 1 plus 2 by 3 to 1 over s square plus 1 minus 1 by 3 2 over s square plus 4. I needed a 2 here, so I have written this 2 here. Now, just by consulting that table of the transform, functional transforms or the transform pairs, we can very easily write, therefore, x t would be equal to 2 times, what is this? This is a Laplace transform of what? Cos of t. What is the Laplace transform of this? Or we can actually combine these two. So this is 1 of this thing and this is 2 by 3 of this thing. So together they are going to become 5 by 3 of, what is this? Sine of t, and minus 1 by 3 of sine of 2t. You can see that this is the particular solution that has the same form as the forcing function, the inhomogeneous term, and this is the homogeneous solution that arises from initial conditions, and this arises from the forcing function or the inhomogeneous term. So for the students of the differential equation course, this is an important methodology, and you should be able to now go back and see all the examples that we have solved using the previous techniques. Try to do them using the Laplace method. Look up the tables of the Laplace transform from any book. You can consult the Haidt book that we have used for LCA and we are using for ENA. You can open this chapter. I think this is the chapter, the Laplace transform chapter is chapter 14, and you are going to get those tables in there, and try to solve for other examples as well. And for the students of ENA, um, uh, this is not exactly how we are going to solve the circuits. Why? Because we don't write second order differential equations for circuits first and then apply Laplace transform. Instead, we are going to develop an easier technique where we are going to convert a circuit to the equivalent frequency domain representation and then write the algebraic equations directly without going through these steps. However, nonetheless, this is a very important learning for you, or maybe a revision for you, and you should know the powers of the Laplace transform.